Hi everybody, welcome back to Double Team, and we're actually gonna talk about games this time.
Yay!
So what we've been playing lately, or the last year, something like that. Because
We
it's been
have
a
gotten
while.
people asking what kind of stuff we play in general, and we've made one video before about some of our favorite games, but not really what we've been playing since then, and that's probably 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's been a while, and I think we probably changed quite a bit. Not changed, but probably started playing other kind of games. So I don't know. Do you want to start?
I can start. Let's see. I think one of the things that I played more that I didn't really play before was I got into XCOM, and that's real. What's not a real-time strategy? What am I saying? I'm already upsetting all of the video game nerds. It's a turn-based strategy, is what I wanted to say, and it's about aliens, and you have this team that was dispatched to deal with the aliens that people don't know too well about. So you control the units, and you're like, this guy's gonna go there and try to snipe.
Ah, so it's like Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem works the same, actually.
I guess I have never played Fire Emblem. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it's a turn-based strategy, and I haven't played that many of that sort of game before.
Yeah.
But I really like it, and XCOM is a really good one, so I kind of got really addicted to it, and I'm not sure how many hours I put into it, because since I'm here, I have to play it offline in my room, Steam doesn't record the amount of hours, so it says that I've spent 5 hours for the past 3 months, and I'm pretty sure that's at least 15. So yeah, I'm close to the end of, this is the original one. And I know the XCOM 2 has come out and everybody was really hyped, but I'll probably not be able to play it for a while, but I wanted to try it out. And
I heard about it.
It became one of my favorite games that I've played recently.
Yeah. So it's on Steam, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because it does sound like it's kind of like Fire Emblem, and I've been playing Fire Emblem for the last couple of months. I'm finally done with it. So it is kind of also you're in a unit, and you kind of get two characters next to each other, or they can fight alone, and then they have to go to an enemy and kind of defeat them until you have the big boss that you can defeat as well. Or maybe...
But is it third person, but you kind of follow the characters that you have, or are you seeing it from above and just
you're seeing it from above? Yeah, you're seeing it from above, and then you say those characters go to there. And sometimes they can attack, sometimes they can't, because it depends on how many steps they can take. And when they're fighting, you actually see the fight happening and stuff with the cool RPG stuff. And the thing with Fire Emblem is, though, the characters that you put together can actually marry each other, and they can have kids. So
XCOM doesn't have any of that. It's not about the RPG part of it.
Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people like about Fire Emblem. And me as well. So there's a lot of lovely characters in Fire Emblem, and you can have support conversations between them, and then they can connect and they can go level A, B, C, and stuff.
So I guess the fighting system is maybe similar, but that aspect is completely different, because XCOM doesn't have RPG elements like that.
Yeah.
It's more like a management game in a way, in which when you're in the base, you get to decide if you're putting the money that the countries are sending you into new satellites or more better gear and investigation, that sort of stuff. And you can customize the characters and change their names and etc. And get a lot of people make runs of characters based on their friends, because they know that it's going to be a mess, and it's really funny for people to watch who dies and who falls a big shot and stuff like that. But you don't really get interactions between the characters or anything like that.
Yeah, you in Fire Emblem, you can't change the characters; they are set.
Yeah.
And there's chapters where new characters appear, and then you kind of have to save them so you can get them into your team. And if you don't save them, well, you lost them, and you will never be able to have that character again. So it's Fire Emblem is basically what I've been playing a lot lately.
How long did it take you to complete it? You said you just got to...
I've been playing for 50 hours, I think. It's alright though. I could have done less, but I just really wanted a lot of characters, and then you have to do... I did all of the side stories and all of the extra battles that you could do, plus the whole story on its own as well. So I did everything. So a good 50 hours, but I think you can take 8 hours from that because I fell asleep a lot of the times when I was playing in my bed, and I was like, and then I was like, oh shit, I have to save and sleep, and then, you know, that stuff happened. So I'm not gonna say it's like 50 hours
I don't
that
think I've
I
ever
really
fallen
played.
asleep playing a game.
I do it all the time with my
Maybe I
DS.
did when I was a kid with like playing Pokemon or something like that.
I only have it with like DS or something. Otherwise, I'm like, I'm gonna put my PlayStation off and sleep. Oh no, actually, I fell asleep during Steins Gate, like playing Steins Gate before, because Steins Gate is a lot of reading, and I was just like lying in my bed, like, and kind of like reading and stuff. But yeah.
I guess that then it's a good time just to talk about the visual novel things that you've been playing. 'Cause since we're you just mentioned Steins Gate, and we're talking kind of Japanese games. I mean, I didn't, but Fire Emblem, of course.
Yeah. I've played Steins Gate since my birthday for a little bit, but I never really got more into it because it's a lot of reading. And I think the problem that I have at Steins Gate is there's not a lot of like choices you have to make, which surprised me. Or maybe I'm not in the game too long yet to make more choices. That could be possible because I've never played it. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to continue it. But right now I'm not too interested because I have seen everything from the anime and stuff, and I kind of know what could happen.
Yeah.
So Steins Gate I kind of put off on the side for now. But then I got Hakuoki, which is a PS3 game as well, also visual novel.
That's the one with the samurai dudes.
I
watched the original anime.
Yeah, I heard there's like an anime, and I'm not too sure if that was good or not.
I think I really don't remember it too much, to be honest. It's just, it was fine as far as I remember. Like, don't get me wrong, the guys were gorgeous.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the entire time. But in terms of actual content, it's a very, like, typical harem visual novel adaptation. And that's really, I'm not the target audience most of the time. It's not a thing that I like to get over and over again. I was more into it because of like the samurai aspect with the like the enemies and etc. Yeah. And it was more like beautiful guys looking beautiful and talking and stuff. And so I guess I can't say how good an adaptation it was. Right. It was fine as an anime. It was just not like my type of thing.
All right. Well, I think I'm just gonna finish the game first and then watch the anime. Yeah. So far, I really like the game because I do like the story. Also, I got the limited edition one, so I have like a pretty big box of like the Hakuoki game, which is nice. It has like a com with it and stuff.
It's really pretty.
It's really nice. But yeah, I'm not too far into the game yet, so I can't say too much. But I do have to say there's a lot of choices that I could make already, which resulted into getting along better with some characters and stuff. So it's been good. I have to play more of it yet, but I have another visual novel that I'm still playing as well. So like, if you're too busy with too many, like for Steins Gate, I put it aside because I'm more interested in the other one for now. So yeah.
And you're playing another visual novel.
Yeah, Amnesia, Amnesia Memories. I finally started it because I bought it on Steam, like half a year ago. I think it is now, because it was on sale for like crazy amount of €2. And I was like, I need to get it. Yeah. It was crazy. And no one believed that it was real, but it was real. It's good. I really like it. I haven't seen the anime, by the way, so people don't spoil. I know it's bad, although I haven't seen it yet, but
it's bad.
I did the first route now. I finished the Toma route, the bad ending. So I've seen the cage. I know that's in the anime. I've heard about that. So I'm not surprised, because apparently that route is the most popular one because of the whole crazy person cage thing and stuff. I don't know. I know people who have Toma as their favorite character. I was raging the whole time because he's so annoying.
But that's exactly like... Well, it's not my only problem with the anime, but it was like the breaking point for me with the anime was that the entire time while it was about the other guys, I was like, Toma seems like the only guy who has some sanity here. So Toma is going to be my best boy. And then I saw that. Yeah. And I was like, there's no best boy. This should be shit. I hate everything.
There's one guy that I did like, and that was Shin. because Shin was in there briefly in that route, and he kind of wanted to save me. So I was like, okay, this guy means good. So I would rather be with him than with Toma, obviously, because I knew something was up with Toma. Because right from the beginning, you can tell that he's using you. And
I guess that's a really interesting thing, actually, because in the anime you don't get to choose which route you're going for first. So you have some preconceptions of what the characters are like from other routes. So for you saw that one first. Yeah. So Shin looked like the good guy. Yeah. And the first route that we got in the anime was the Shin route. Oh, okay. So in that one, Toma looks like the best guy in the world. Yeah. And Shin is like, I mean, he's fine. He's not like he doesn't have a cage. Yeah. but it's like, I wasn't really interested either. So when I got to the Toma route, I had kind of like gone through the other guys, and and so from that perspective, he seemed like the right guy. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what you'll think after seeing other ones. I know. Yeah, me too. Because I feel like at the end, if I will have completed the whole game, I will probably hate all of them, and it will probably be a really hard decision for me to actually pick a guy that I like the most out of all of them, because I know the game is pretty crazy, but I like it, and it's definitely worth €2. So yeah, there you go. And I'm streaming this one on my Twitch, by the way, for people who are interested. Since I did finish the Toma route in the bad ending, I'm gonna do it again where I left off, like in the middle, but kind of change my answer so I can get the good ending. So I'm kind of, I don't know how there could be a good ending, but I'll see, I guess. So yeah. That's it. I mean, I haven't really played a lot of visual novels. It's not something that I was super interested in before. And it's still not something that I want to do a lot of the time, but there are some that have interested me. Yeah. And I kind of like want to experience the whole thing at least once to know what it is like. I did play, since we talked, I guess, most of the routes of Hatoful Boyfriend. Right. Because I figured if I was going to do one of them, I wanted it to be about pigeons. That's like my thought process. And that one is pretty great. It is. I don't really like the genre itself and how it plays out. Like, I get bored about a lot of exposition, and then you have like 2 or 3 options and you're like click, and then a lot of exposition, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I think I like that kind of thing more in book form than in game form, because there used to be these adventure books in which you could choose your own adventure. Oh, okay. So you'd have like, imagine you're in a dungeon and whatever, and to the left you see a door, and to the right you see a torch, and you're like, I take the torch, and it says page 200 and whatever, and you flip it, and it's like you fell in a hole and die. Start again. Like... That's cool. And so I guess that's like the predecessor to the visual novel genre. But I like that take better because well, you like to read as well. I like to read. And in the end, when you're playing a visual novel, most of them you're reading. Yeah. And for me, the game aspect of it doesn't really add too much to the experience. I do like to see like the art and etc. But... That's what I have with Steins Gate, because Steins Gate is too much reading, and thinking about it, I would rather have it in a book, because it is too much reading, but then the whole thing with Amnesia that I have, or Hakuoki, is that you have to choose much faster, and you see the outcome faster, so I like to have that one on game more, because you can actually see the visuals and all that stuff, so it's different that way. But if there is a lot of text like Steins Gate, like a book, I would probably like read that. One that I really want to play, but I haven't yet, and I don't even have it, but eventually I would like to play the Clanad one, because I like the anime so much that I really wanted to see how it was. And I know that like Kay, as a producer for visual novels, like really famous, and there's a lot of adaptations of their games. Yeah. So I'd like to see that one and see like if I choose a really good one, if I like it. But I think in the end, I'm never going to be the visual novel kind of person. I guess I only started like 2 years ago. And my first one was Hatoful Boyfriend. Yeah. And then I had another one on Steam, but I can't remember the name because it wasn't that popular. I just kind of went on Steam and looked for visual novels that were cheap, that I could try out to see if I would like it or not. Oh, I played one recently that is... I didn't note it down and I don't remember the name because it wasn't on my list anymore. It's just a free one and it's really short. Okay. And you basically have 0 choices. It's just like a tale. You're just going through
You're just
it.
reading. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was okay. I think in the end, I just don't get enough out of the experience because the visual novels usually have certain tropes associated with them that I don't particularly enjoy, especially when you go into the like dating sims or the harem, because I never really enjoyed the harem thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you're playing the same type of thing over and over with different flavors.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Which is totally fine. It's just not for me too much. That's why I think I liked Hatful Boyfriend, because it was out of that.
Yeah.
Like, out of that language in which you know that you're going to try to get the booty that doesn't like anybody, and then you're going to try that one that's the flirty one, you know? Yeah,
I get you, yeah.
So, I don't know. But I guess something else changing from visual novels since I went there. I tried a couple of multiplayer games kind of recently because I've never played too much. And one of them is Warframe, and it's a loot shooter, basically. It's like it's in space and you go from different like planets, you have different missions. Okay. And the levels are generated based on it's randomly generated based on presets of rooms. So it's like each time you load a level, it will look different, but the parts of the level are the same. They're just in like different orders and form a different level. And the idea is that sometimes you have missions to capture a person, sometimes to kill a person or destroy a thing. You have several types of missions. Right. And then you get you get like resources or items or cards to like improve your Warframe, which is like the thing that you wear to have crazy fighting abilities. Okay. And there are factions at war in space and the usual thing. And it's pretty cool because I like the flavor of it. I like the space thing. I like the fact that, unlike a lot of those games, just the abilities and the weapons are just like crazy. They are made to look cool and not functional. So you can just like spin in mid-air and have a weapon that's both a gun and a knife and does like electricity stuff. So it's just like really insane, over the top kind of abilities, but that looks really, really nice. But I couldn't really play it for a very long time. First of all, because I was playing it alone. And I think, like, if I had friends to play with, I would just play more often. Yeah. Because if you don't, it's just like a loop of go to this level, do this thing, get more loot, and do it again. Oh, okay, yeah. And so it's like the same thing. Yeah. So unless you really like have a plan, like, I want this weapon and I'm going to work for this weapon. Right. But if you don't pay, because it's a free game, it's going to take you like an insane amount of hours to actually get to the things that you want to have, because that's where they make their money in the game. Yeah. So for me, it's just like I still put like a fair amount of hours into it. Like I know that I have at least probably 10 hours, something like that. Right. Which is okay. I mean, it's not like a long run, but for a game like that, it is. So I was logging in every day and getting the bonuses and everything. But I was like, I'm not feeling like I'm actually closer to getting a specific thing. I just have all of these tiny parts of things that I have to get to another level to get the actual resource that I need if I want to complete this character, that sort of. Okay. So it looked like a huge time investment in which things just felt like the same over and over. So I will probably, even though I was really enjoying the gameplay, not go back to it as long as I have to play single player. Yeah, I get that. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, like... I was enjoying it. Well, I mean, but if it's the same thing over and over again, I will get bored of it. Exactly. That's where I think, like, either the loot system needed to be more rewarding, like you felt like if you put a certain amount of hours, you know that you're going to get that frame or that weapon, but it's like maybe you got the plant for the weapon, and then you discover that for that weapon you need a thing that only drops twice every 100 times you play that level in a different system. I'm like, no. Yeah. So yeah, that's my problem with it. But in terms of gameplay, I hadn't played that sort of game in a very long time, and it makes me like I really like it. I
Yeah.
like that sort of gameplay. So that was fun. And the other one's a completely different vein, which was a massive like RPG thing, which is Blade and Soul. You probably know the title.
I saw
it's
the
a
anime.
Korean one.
Yeah, I saw the anime. I kind of wanted to play it.
It got really popular, and so I started playing it a little bit, but then I came here, so I had to stop.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It's not as polished in some aspects as other ones.
Yeah.
Like the layout, like the overlay for all of the skills and etc. is a mess. Like there's stuff all over and you have to like try to organize it, and it's just really confusing. But I really like the skill sets of each race that you can get, and I guess you just get an RPG experience from that.
That's cool.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, I wanted to play it because I'm one of the few people who really like the anime.
Yeah. I didn't try to watch it, but
a lot of people didn't like it actually.
The characters are really cute.
Yeah, I liked the characters that were in there, and some were really badass and some were cute. And I just want to play the game because I saw the anime, but I also want to play it's an MMO, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to play that again because I haven't played one in ages.
I played it a little bit in co-op as well. There's a lot of sections in which co-op doesn't really work as co-op. Because there's a lot of areas that work as instances. So like if you go through this door, it creates this area for you, so it doesn't create it for your group. So there are areas in which you definitely have to do it by yourself, and then there are some like go kill 5 of these beasts that if you're killing it with someone else, then it's like you can do it.
Okay.
So I guess it's not designed to be really strongly co-op, but it's still a massive multiplayer.
Okay. Well, we should play it when you're back.
Yeah, we can try it.
Because I really want to play that one. So it's for free, right?
Yes.
And you can just get it from the website, or is
that...
Okay.
It's going to take forever because it's...
Steam or something?
No,
okay.
It has its own thing. And it's like really heavy. It has a lot
right, yeah, but that's fine for my computer. Right.
Anything else like consoles or?
Yeah, I played a lot of on my 3DS. Wow. No, I've played the new Animal Crossing game, which was a Happy Home Designer, and it's really cool because I really like Animal Crossing.
You look so happy just talking about it.
I got the game when it came out because I had to get it. Because like the previous game, New Leaf, I got as well on release date, and I ended up playing it for like 3 years, and I have like hundreds of hours on it, and I have everything in it, and I got addicted to it so bad that I had to play it every day. So now I have Happy Home Designer, and it's really different from the normal games that you have, which is now you are part of a store that kind of designs homes. So you just have to like design homes, and then you get stuff for it and stuff. It's fine. It's cool, but it's not as addicting as the normal Animal Crossing games, because now it's been a month since I played it, honestly. So it's a game that you can go back to any time though, so that is a good thing. And with the normal Animal Crossing games, you kind of have to go back to get some bonus stuff sometimes, because it's only on separate dates. And I don't think it's that way for Happy Home Designer, I'm not too sure, but so far it's fun, and I'm gonna play more of it. The thing is, I just got too invested into Fire Emblem that I didn't pay attention anymore to Animal Crossing, so...
Is it very different from the other Animal Crossing games in the way that it works, or is it just like a new one?
No, it's not just like, it's a new kind of series in the Animal Crossing stuff, so it works the same as in like putting furniture in your house and stuff, because obviously in the normal Animal Crossing games you have your own house, and you can design that as well, so it works the whole, like the same thing, like you just design houses, and you can, the more you design houses, the more stuff you can have that you can design extra stuff with, and it's like, you just upgrade every time you design houses, and you can win things, so it kind of works the same like the normal ones, but you don't have like the conversations that you usually have with like the townspeople from the normal games, and I feel like you can connect less with like the characters in the game because of that. But if you like just like designing homes and having fun with that and being creative, it is pretty fun, because if you go online, you can check out all of the other houses that people have made, and there's some amazing stuff in there. So it's really cool to see that, and you can like favorite it and then visit their stuff, and that's what I like a lot actually. The online stuff is really cool. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of games that I played that I completed this like past year, I guess. I have a lot that I started and a lot of stuff that I checked out. I usually always have 1 or 2 platformers that I can go to whenever I feel like a platformer, and never play it through like from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So in this case right now I have Super Meat Boy, which is super hard. It's known
I played
to
that
be
one
hard.
a few times. Yep.
I mean, I really like it. I like platformers. I always liked platformers, but right now it's something that I play casually. Like, I feel like playing a couple levels. Whereas before, when I was a kid, I would just like play Super Mario Brothers for like 8 hours straight and not get bored. And it's not like I get bored now, but I get tired and frustrated faster.
Same, yeah.
Especially nothing like Super Meat Boy, in which you're like, you play 2 seconds and you die, and you play the same 2 seconds and you die, and you're like, then you play 5 seconds and you die in a different place.
It
and
keeps
like,
being the same thing. Yeah,
but it feels so good when you make it through the level.
That's what I have with Binding of Isaac. I still haven't finished it.
Fuck the fans, though. The fans, like the air fans in Super Meat Boy, no, that's like terrible. I hate it because it's really hard to control.
It's true.
Like the rest, I know that it's like I'm just being really awful at the game, so I didn't jump the right time.
Jumping
there it's just like sometimes you jump and you're going upright, and then sometimes the balance wasn't right, so it just.
Yep.
And I have like Guacamelee that I played a little bit, but that one has more story, so I think when I play it, I'll try to play straight up. It's about like a.
I've seen
it has like a luchador as the main character, and
I've seen stuff about it. I think I was thinking about getting it as well because I like playing platformers, but it's been a while as well.
And I have Electronic Super Joy, which is just like a casual with dance music in the background.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not like a huge fan of that sort of music. Like it's fine if it's in the background of a game or I guess a movie or whatever that needs that piece, but it's not something that I will just listen to. So I get really tired of the soundtrack, even though it's really good in that game. So I also just play a little bit and then go on. And then just have like really weird moans whenever you get through like checkpoints.
Okay.
so that's just weird, but you can disable it if you're bothered. But yeah, so I always have that sort of stuff started, but it's not something that I like.
Continue.
I'm going super hardcore.
Get into Okay.
One that I really want to go through like intensely is Undertale. Everybody was talking about Undertale for so long. I haven't
played it either. Like I've seen a lot of people play it, but I haven't played it myself.
I started it and I wish that I had gotten it and like someone had given it to me and said you can't go look for it and just play it, because at this point I know too much about Undertale to have the same experience as the first players had, which is a shame for a game like that.
It's the same, but for me.
At the same time, once I got to that point and everybody was just gushing out about it, I didn't want to play it because I felt like I was so saturated of hearing about it that I was bound to be like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
So now I did that whole thing, and now I'm in a place in which I can actually play it without being in the hype or out of the hype.
Yeah, in between.
But I started it and I really like it so far, but I feel like I have to have 6 hours in which I sit down and play like a big chunk, which I haven't had.
Yep.
And also the atmosphere in the game is sometimes really creepy, and I'm really easily influenced by that. So if I get home from the university and have like 1 hour, I don't want to be creeped out and then go to bed. So I just haven't, but it's something that's definitely...
I wanna play it so bad. And the thing is, like, I've seen Cam play it a few times, and I've seen Dan and Phil play it. So I gotten to the point where I only checked out 2 videos and not the rest, also because I want to have my own experience with it. So I'm actually planning to like play it and stream it at the same time, so I can actually also like experience stuff. So It's nice. I didn't think this would be a game where you could get spoiled for and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, but yeah.
But I think just the very nature of people telling you should do the pacifist run.
Yeah.
It's already like, it's an external influence on how you play. Because if you're discovering the game for the first time, you don't know how that influences
I don't
the
even
game.
know how it, because I'm not spoiled that way
Yeah.
yet, so I have no idea what kind of runs you have, so I would just
I know that, and I'm really sad that I know that. Because I wish that I had gone in without knowing the right way to play it. And it would have been fine if I messed up, just to get that, oh shit, you can actually mess up this way.
Yeah.
You know? And now I won't have that experience, but I still want to go through it because I know, like, the story is still really good, even if you know all of that, so.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? I mean...
Do you have another one?
I have several things that I started. I don't have a lot of things that I've been playing consistently.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like, I haven't played a lot that I, like, keep playing, because the Pokemon game came out, like, Alpha, Sapphire... half a year ago now, I think, something like that. So when I got that, obviously I played it right away and I was finished in a week. So that's like, okay, I'm done with this. So I had a lot of those games that came out and I just played them and then they were done and I didn't really talk about it, or it was something that I'm used to, kind of. I did get a lot of Zelda games for my birthday in October, and I got like 3 Zelda games for the 3DS, but I haven't opened them yet and I haven't played them yet because Fire Emblem sucked me into the game too much. So I didn't want to start 2 RPGs at the same time and having to solve puzzles and stuff with Zelda. So
yeah, I have to try and get better at just deciding I'm gonna play this game instead of starting all of them. Because I mean, it's so easy to have so many games on Steam and etc. At this point that I'm like, I have been saying that I will finish BioShock because I loved it when I was playing it for maybe 2 years at this point. So. I'm like, oh, I will finish BioShock. But in the meantime, I'm like, oh, this game called Moon Hunters just came out. Let's check it out. And which, by the way, Moon Hunters is really cool. I really like it.
What kind of...
It's a game that lasts, I guess, about 20 to 30 minutes, but it has replayability in which you choose... It's kind of RPG adventure style. So you choose, I guess, something equivalent to I'm a wizard kind of thing, or I'm a fighter kind of thing. And you choose which tribe you belong to, and you have some backstory about, like, the gods and stuff like that. And then you have about 20 minutes. It's not timed, but it's in terms of days. So it amounts to 20 minutes of you can try to figure out why your village is going through this thing and fix it in this time. And at the end, you have a boss battle, and then your run is done. But depending on how you react to things, the run, you discover different things and you will have different outcomes. So even though you can either win or lose at the end of the run, you can gain, like, imagine that you chose to give your water to someone who was in the desert that you found, and you gain compassion points. And then maybe you see a different thing that says, because you have compassion, you can actually interact with this and either gain an item or unlock a character or get something that will then be part of your game the next time that you play. And so each time you can get completely different traits. I know that if you invest on a specific skill in a run, you can probably talk to animals in that run. But if you don't, and if you're, like, proud and talking stories about yourself around the tribe, maybe you can get someone to give you money or whatever.
Different outcomes.
You can have a lot of different ways to play it and a lot of different, like, pieces of story. So it's kind of a build your own story thing within that base.
Yeah, for 20 minutes, like, always.
So cool. I really liked it. I did one run. You can co-op it too. So I did one run, and I want to do a co-op run sometime as well, just to know how it plays out with more than one character. But I really like it, and I want to unlock more of the lore because I'm like, oh, this wolf thing looks so cool, and this god, whatever. So I really like that, and it looks really pretty, and the soundtrack is gorgeous, which is something that I really like.
That's cool. I will check it out. I think I'll like it. So
Yeah.
I need more
probably
games like that
it.
anyway. So because I've been getting into a lot of games that take a lot of time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just need that game that I can play for one day and it's done and I finished it.
Oh, tell me about it. Like, I decided that I wanted to try Dark Souls because I've
no.
never played Dark Souls. So I went through, I have the original one, but I had to do the fix because the PC port is broken as shit. So I have to like fix a lot of things and get a mod and etc. And I think it's finally done, so I have to try and play it now. And I'm like, I'm gonna suck so bad. I really wanted to experience it though, because it's such a huge thing.
I've heard it's really good, and I've seen Chibi play it a few times, so yeah,
I have a lot of things like that. When I go back and I am able to stream like I promised,
I
have some franchises that I missed when they were big that I want to go through now, like Mass Effect that I never played, but I have them. I would like, it would be a fun thing to go through.
Of course, yeah, that's true. So,
yeah, I guess that's what we've been playing for the most part.
Yep, I think that's
don't have anything like
same. Like all of the stuff that I play, you can usually see on my Steam or on my stream on Twitch. So the other games that I just play are card games like Pokemon Online and Hearthstone when I feel like it, but I'm not into it that much anymore. Yeah,
it's like, just either you're 100% into it or you just lose track.
Exactly, and since I have 2 card games, I prefer Pokemon, obviously. So
they're adding modes to Hearthstone though to make it easier. Like like Magic the Gathering kind of has. Like, you can only play the cards from this expansion in this mode, so that new players don't have to have the 100 whatever cards that have been coming out for the past 2-3 years. So that will probably change it a little bit, but I'm not... So I'll probably try it then, but I can't play just all of the cards into one thing. Because I can't play enough of it.
Right. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a good amount of the games that we play. Of course, there's more.
Yeah, but these are the ones that we've...
It's a little bit of everything, so yes, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. So let us know what you've been playing or the games that we've talked about. Maybe you're interested in it or something like that. We can always
stuff that we should play.
Yeah, or stuff we should play, because... Since I'm streaming, I do want to have Miana on as a guest sometime as well. So it would be cool if we could do like an MMO or like a co-op game that we could do. So that would be really nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Double Team. And next time we'll be surprised. So we'll see. Surprise for everyone. So we will see you soon. Bye.